Hey there, soul seekers. I am super excited to share with you what I have been up to. I am going to be taking a trip to Mount Shasta in Northern California, very close to the California-Oregon border. I am going to be leaving on April 10th, and then I will be returning the evening of Friday, April 14th. And I am super, super excited about this trip. The reason that I want to share it with you is because of the way that it all came about. Mount Shasta is known to be one of the most magnetic energy centers, and some say that it is actually the root chakra of Mother Earth. But about a month ago, I happened to be driving, and I was driving home from an appointment, and sure enough, the download came to me: you need to go to Mount Shasta. And it came to me so strong that I almost considered dropping everything right where I was and just going and driving. And after calming myself down a little bit and taking a look at it and holding it in a deeper space and taking a look at my schedule with my massage appointments and everything else, I decided that April 10th through the 14th was a week where I had the least amount of things that would need to be rescheduled for me to be able to go. And so I took and blocked those days so that no one else could schedule me during that time. And it said maybe Mount Shasta in my calendar. I went through a lot of turmoil with this for several different reasons, financially being able to make a trip like this, and the anxiety of doing such a big thing. And it was interesting because I really struggled with whether I was going to be able to make this happen or not. And I ended up with an opportunity where someone had offered me the potential opportunity to maybe borrow to go. And at the same time, both of us weren't sure if that was going to be the correct way for me to make this trip happen. She did not want to impede upon my ability to manifest the situation. And so I was in this real dilemma space where I had been offered an opportunity to potentially go, but I wasn't sure if that was the correct way to go. And I did some analyzing and I did some accepting of it, and I talked to my spiritual coach about it. And of course, she reminded me to go back to the basic teachings of what the law of attraction, and everything that we know, which is we are supposed to be digging into the feeling. How does this feel for me? And so I took the information that I had and I looked at the idea of potentially postponing the trip. I looked at the idea of potentially borrowing to make this trip happen. And when I really sat with both of those ideas, truly, truly to the core of me, postponing the trip and not going during the times that I had chosen to go did not feel good. It did not feel good at all. It actually felt worse to me to do that than it did for me to consider borrowing to go. So I decided I was going to wait for some information to come back from a doctor's appointment I had gone to, and then I would make the final decision. And then lo and behold, the following day after I had decided all of that, I ended up receiving an unexpected increase in one of my credit cards, an increase so much so that it gave me the opportunity to be able to make this trip without having to borrow from somebody else to do so. And I feel like that it was just like confirmation that I need to go. And it's interesting because since the time that I made this decision is when I have been learning so much more about Mount Shasta and the energy that it has there. And I've been watching different shows on the Gaia Network channel, and an ancient alien show regarding all of the different history and all of the different stories and all of the different things about Mount Shasta, and it just calls to me even so much more. And the cool part is that I'm not the only one that has felt this kind of thing. There have been many people that have traveled there on the same premise that the mountain called to them, and I have to tell you that's exactly what I feel like that happened for me. um, a couple of years ago, I was given the idea that I needed to do a week of silence and meditation, and it came to me with such an urgency that I made that happen very quickly. And I did do that 7 days of silence and meditation. And when this information came to me, when I heard go to Mount Shasta now, which is kind of how I heard it, I knew that this was just as important for me and my soul journey as that week of silence and meditation that I took for myself a few years ago. And so I'm really super excited about it. I reached out to one of the gentlemen that does personal guided tours there, and although I'm not going to be able to do a guided tour with him of the sacred sites, I am very grateful because he was really, really open to communicating with me. His name is Andrew, and he sent me a lot of information on how I can find out more about the different sacred sites on my own and what I can do to facilitate my own going to different places while I'm there. So I am hoping to be able to do some recording while I'm there so that I can share with you guys a little bit about how the journey is going for me. But I wanted to hop on here and share with you a little bit about what I'm up to and share with you a little bit about the calling that I've had. And I'm so excited to be making this trip happen, and I look forward to sharing more and more about that with you guys. You should check out some of the interesting information about Mount Shasta. There's a lot of different history there, going back to the idea that the Lumerians live within the mountain and within that protected space. The ancient indigenous people there have a lot of different stories about starseed people. There's, legends of giants and all kinds of stuff there. And I really believe that whatever I'm supposed to be there for, whether it be to increase my own energy frequency, or maybe I have something within me to give back to that space, I am not sure, but super excited for the journey and super excited to be able to be sharing this with you. I look forward to doing that. And if you are interested, please hop on tonight from 6:30 to 8. We're going to be doing Ask and It Is Given book study, as we do every other Tuesday. So tonight, I believe we are doing chapter 15. Would love to have you join us for that. You can find us on themeetup.com. And as well, this Sunday is again the first Sunday of the month. I cannot believe we are already to April. So we are going to be doing Energy Under the Stars this Sunday at 7. And I will definitely be recording that as I have in the past, so that if you would like to participate in the meditation later, you are more than welcome to do so. I'm hopefully getting a little bit better at this technology stuff, so I am hoping that soon, I know I keep saying it, that I want to go YouTube live with those monthly meditations, but hopefully soon we are on track to do so. Thank you so much. Happy Tuesday.